There's a moment, just before dawn, when the world is silent, the track is still wet from last night's rain, and a single beam of light cuts through the mist like a blade. No engine rumble. No gear shifts. Just the faint hiss of carbon ceramic brakes cooling, and the distant echo of a scream. Not from fear, but from pure, unfiltered adrenaline. This is the McLaren Solus GT, not just a car, but a weapon. A single-seater, track-only hyper-machine born from a video game, forged in reality and built for one purpose: to dominate. Over 840 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. A downforce figure so high it could theoretically drive upside down on a tunnel ceiling. This isn't just McLaren's most extreme creation, it's their most radical. A car so exclusive, so uncompromising, that only 25 will ever exist. And each one costs over $3.5 million. From the moment it appears, with its central driving position glowing under the floodlights, its massive rear wing slicing through the air, you know this is different. It's not pretending to be road legal. It's not designed for comfort. It's built for one thing: speed. Today, we're diving deep into the Solus GT. From its jaw-dropping design to its F1-inspired cockpit, from its track-shattering performance to its engineering that borders on science fiction. We'll explore how fast it goes, how it handles, and whether it can truly carry the legacy of the MP4 and 4 into the future. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most extreme track car ever built? Or has it gone too far to be driven by mere mortals? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks, because the Solus GT doesn't just carry on McLaren's design language, it obliterates it. At first glance, it's not even recognizable as a McLaren. No dihedral doors, no sleek fastback, no subtle elegance. This is pure aggression, pure function, pure racercraft. The overall length is 172.4 inches, width 78.5, height just 43.7, making it slightly shorter than a Formula One car, with a roofline so low you have to slide in head first. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.8, yes, 0.8, it's not designed to slip through the air. It's designed to push against it, to generate downforce, to stick to the tarmac like glue at 200 miles per hour. Up front, you're greeted by the new plasma beam LED headlights, not for illumination, but for visibility and identity. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for track telemetry and high-speed data capture. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED lights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated sequences that light up like a greeting when the car fires up. The front splitter is massive, carbon fiber, adjustable, and capable of generating over 1,300 pounds of downforce at high speed. It's not just for show, it's a functional aerodynamic weapon. Now, step back and take in the profile, because this is where the Solus GT truly becomes a work of art. That long nose, the central driving position, the enclosed cockpit that looks like a fighter jet canopy. The doors? There are none. You enter by lifting the canopy and sliding into the seat like a pilot. And look at those wheels, 18-inch magnesium racing alloys, wrapped in slick Pirelli racing tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish, they're built for 300-mile-per-hour stability and extreme cornering loads. The side profile is defined by a single, aggressive character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillights, clean, uninterrupted, and purposeful. No clutter. No unnecessary vents. Just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the side intakes, massive, sculpted, and feeding air directly to the mid-mounted V12 engine. Every vent, every duct, every curve has a purpose. This isn't just a car, it's a wind tunnel sculpture. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar. Not just a strip, but a dynamic display that pulses during pit stops and brake checks. The rear wing? Absolutely enormous. 3-element, carbon fiber, adjustable on the fly, capable of generating over 2,600 pounds of downforce at top speed. The diffuser? A work of engineering art, sculpted, vented, and designed to accelerate airflow under the car, creating a vacuum that sucks it to the track. The license plate? There isn't one. This car doesn't need it. It doesn't belong on the road. It belongs on the Nürburgring. On Le Mans. On the edge of physics. And let's talk presence, because the Solus GT isn't trying to whisper. It's roaring. It's for the collector who values heritage, the tech-forward driver who craves innovation without pretense, and the enthusiast who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. This is a car for people who care about performance, engineering, and real-world dominance. It's not a daily driver. It's not a grand tourer. It's a weapon, a machine built for one thing: to go faster than anything else on four wheels. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Now, let's step inside, because if the exterior is a masterclass in modern aggression, the interior is where McLaren truly flexes its muscles. Sliding into the cockpit, or rather, strapping in, the first thing you notice is the space. Or rather, the lack of it. This is a single-seater, built around the driver like a second skin. The seat is carbon fiber, molded to your body, with 6-point racing harnesses that lock you in place. There's no passenger seat, no glove box, no cup holders, just you, the wheel, and the machine. And the ceiling? That polycarbonate canopy stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a fighter jet in the sky. The materials? Luxurious in their purpose. You've got all contra-wrapped surfaces, soft, grippy, and designed to keep your hands steady under 3 GS of cornering force. Real carbon fiber trim on every surface, no fake plastic here. Brushed titanium pedals. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled, and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where McLaren throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is the 8.0-inch digital display. Not for infotainment, but for telemetry. It shows real-time data: tire temperatures, brake pressures, G-forces, lap times, engine vitals. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by McLaren's latest race software. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Everything you need is right in front of you, because out there on the track, every millisecond counts. And here's the genius part: the steering wheel. It's not just a wheel, it's a command center. Carbon fiber Alcantara wrapped with paddle shifters, drive mode selectors, DRS activation, and even a drink tube for hydration during long stints. It's angled perfectly toward the driver, minimizing glare. And speaking of lighting, the ambient system here is minimal. You've got red backlighting on the instruments, cool blue in efficiency, warm red in race. It's not just mood lighting, it's an experience. Seating. Plush. No. This is a race seat, hard, fixed, and built for performance. But it's supportive, perfectly contoured, and designed to keep you locked in place during 2.5 G turns. There's no legroom to speak of. Your legs are stretched forward, Formula One style. But that's the point. This isn't about comfort. It's about connection. About being one with the machine. Storage? There is none. This isn't a car you pack for a weekend. It's a car you strap into for war. The only thing you're carrying is courage. Now let's talk tech, because if the design and interior are impressive, the technology is where the Solus GT truly separates itself from the pack. McLaren has equipped the Solus GT with one of the most advanced tech suites in motorsport history, and it's all designed to make you faster, not more comfortable. Starting with driver assistance, there isn't any. No adaptive cruise. No lane keep. No automatic braking. This is pure, unfiltered driving. You're on your own. But what it does have is a full race telemetry system, real-time data logging, GPS lap timing, tire pressure monitoring, and even AI-powered lap analysis that tells you where you're losing time. It uses a combination of cameras, radar, and ultrasonic sensors not to assist you, but to analyze you, to make you better. But it's not just about data, it's about connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto? Not here. Bluetooth? Only for team radio. Wi-Fi hotspot? For downloading race data. Over-the-air updates? For firmware and ECU tuning. You can update the car's software between sessions, adding new engine maps, adjusting traction control, or fine-tuning suspension settings without ever visiting a pit garage. McLaren has already rolled out multiple major updates since launch, improving everything from throttle response to cooling efficiency. Voice control? None. You don't talk to this car. You command it. And then there's the McLaren Track Vision app, your digital key and command center. Monitor tire wear. Review lap data. Watch onboard footage. It's seamless, intuitive, and deeply integrated. One of the coolest features? The pit light sequence. When the car enters the pit lane, the rear LEDs pulse in sync with the pit speed limiter, signaling to marshals and team engineers that it's in pit mode. It's not just convenient, it's emotional. It makes you feel like you're part of a race team. And for those who love personalization, the Solus GT lets you save multiple driving profiles, customize screen layouts, and even set preferred tire pressures for different tracks. This isn't just a car, it's a race program. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, performance. Because all the luxury and tech in the world mean nothing if the car doesn't deliver when you stomp the throttle. And here, the McLaren Solus GT doesn't just deliver, it detonates. Under the skin, you've got a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V12 engine, hand-built, mid-mounted, and producing a staggering 840 horsepower at 10,000 RPM. That's more than a Formula One car from the 2000s, and it's a track-only machine. And because it's naturally aspirated, there's no turbo lag. No delay. Just a relentless surge of power that builds like a symphony, peaking with a scream that echoes through the grandstands. And the numbers? They're mind-bending. The Solus GT hits 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. 100 miles per hour? 5.2 seconds. Top speed? 208 miles per hour. Electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama, no wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge of acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The handling? Razor-sharp. The Solus GT gets pushrod suspension with inboard dampers. The same system used in Formula One, delivering millimeter-perfect control over every bump and crease in the track. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly, not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive carbon ceramic discs, bringing this 2,425-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 89 feet. That's less than a Honda Civic. That's supercar territory on steroids. And the best part? It's light. At just over 2,400 pounds, it's over 1,000 pounds lighter than a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. That means every input is amplified. Every turn is sharper. Every brake is more responsive. This isn't just a fast car, it's a lightning bolt. In real-world driving? Well, there is no real-world driving. This car isn't street legal. It's not designed for city streets. It's built for the track. And on the track, it's a dream. On the circuit, it's whisper quiet, not because it's silent, but because the roar of the V12 drowns out everything else. The suspension soaks up curbs and curbs without drama. In the corners, it sticks like glue, generating over 3 GS of lateral force. And on the straights, it rockets forward like a missile. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a weapon of pure performance. Now, let's talk about the engine and efficiency, because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly refueling? The Solus GT runs on a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V12 with no hybrid system. Not for efficiency, but for purity. It's not plug-in. It's not electric. It's gasoline, high-octane, race-bred, and glorious. It drinks fuel, around 4 mpg under full throttle. But that's not the point. The fuel tank holds 22 gallons, giving it a range of about 50 minutes of full-throttle track time. That's more than enough for a qualifying lap, a sprint race, or a hot lap that will be remembered for decades. It's not about economy. It's about emotion. About the scream of a V12 at 10,000 RPM. About the smell of hot oil and burning rubber. About the raw, unfiltered connection between man and machine. Now, let's be real. No car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the performance. The Solus GT is one of the most extreme track cars ever built. A true halo car for the analog age. Second, the design. The Solus GT is arguably the most striking single-seater on the planet. Sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the exclusivity. With only 25 built, each one hand-assembled, this is the rarest McLaren ever made. Now the cons. 1. The price. At $3.5 million, this isn't a car for the masses. It's for billionaires and collectors. 2. The usability. This car isn't road legal. It's not comfortable. It's not practical. It's a track weapon, and nothing more. And the competition? The Aston Martin Valkyrie offers more power and a hybrid system, but it's heavier and less focused. The Mercedes-AMG Project One is more technologically advanced, but it's based on a Formula One powertrain and harder to maintain. The Ferrari F60 America is more exotic, but it's less track-focused. So where does the Solus GT win? In purity, it's the only car that combines video game origins with real-world F1-level engineering. It beats the Valkyrie in driver engagement. It outshines the Project One in simplicity, but it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV, because it lacks seats entirely. So, final verdict? The McLaren Solus GT, the track-only single-seater, isn't just a great car, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that a car can be luxurious in its engineering, brutal in its performance, and stunningly beautiful, all at once and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of motorsport technology without sacrificing excitement, for the collector who craves heritage, for the enthusiast who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you're on a tight budget, or if you're not ready to embrace a non-road legal machine, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of aggression, style, and soul, the Solus GT is as close as it gets to automotive perfection. So, what do you think? Is this the most exciting track car ever made? Would you trade practicality for that level of performance and exclusivity? Or would you wait for a fully electric hypercar? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.